anything stand out specifically? Or?
Yeah, I think first opportunity for us to watch from day one and learn, and then see how quickly we can make the adjustment. And so I was encouraged. The focus, the intensity in the film room, and then the ability for it to translate onto the floor. So
I don't want to over ask about the backcourt, but just day two, I'm curious, how are you seeing Arike and Paige come together early on here in training camp?
I think I've been impressed. The amount of respect that they have for each other and how intentional they've both been about getting each other involved has just been impressive. So I have no worries about the two of them coexisting.
It seems like you have used Paige a lot as a screener, like whether on or off the ball. Just how valuable is it having a player that's willing and also a threat with the shooting gravity to be a screener?
Totally. I mean, she's so good. You can put her anywhere, right? That's, as a coach, just makes your life easier. She's so good with the ball in her hands. But then off the ball, to your point, right? She's going to get other people open looks. And she knows that. And she's willing to do that. And so that's special.
With a lot of your rookies coming out of college, they just got through playing maybe less than a month ago. What do you tell them to keep their mindset and everything fresh, to not stress about it?
Yeah, we talked a lot about just how we're preparing mentally. We talked a lot about the mental approach to this, because it could be overwhelming. There's a lot being thrown at them, a lot of different terminology and different language. So just encouraging them to apply themselves and, you know, lean into the discomfort and the frustration and do as much as they can. And then at the same time, like, let go and just play, and don't be afraid to go make mistakes. I think that's where they get into trouble the most, is when they get too tight because they don't want to make a mistake. So that balance is delicate, but we're working on cultivating it.
Obviously, just 2 days in the training week, what do you kind of think some of the strengths of this team will be?
I think our versatility in general. I think there's lots of pieces that we can put different lineups, different combinations, lots of depth, guard scoring, and we still have a fun post group with Sharon McCowan anchoring. That is always an issue for other teams. And then you've got Melissa, Myisha, and then Maddie with her ability to, you know, go between the 3 and the 4. Like, it's just, we can do different and creative things. Like, there's lots of different tools there. And so it's up to us to kind of piece it together and see what fits best.
You know, Wings fans are getting to know you. What would you tell them are your strengths as a coach?
Really, I think my awareness. I think it's my balance of just the humility to know that I don't know everything and I can't do this alone. And so I've surrounded myself with really good people, and then just the trust in me that I'm going to do everything I can to prepare to put our players in the best position possible. So they know that I'm going to earn their respect and empower them, and put them in positions and help them, and then ultimately give them freedom to be who they are and do what they do.
Cool. All right, day 2. How's everything going so far?
Oh, good. Just continue to build off of day 1, putting more sets in, putting more concepts in, setting the foundation for what we want to look like offensively, defensively, and continue to build on that.
You're running a lot of point, obviously. That's something you've been comfortable with in the past. How has that adjustment been so far in the WNBA? Granted, it's been 2 days, but how's the adjustment been?
Yeah, I mean, learning a new offense, being the leader on the court, being the quarterback on the court for the offense, knowing what to call, when to call it. I did some of that in college, did more of it in high school, but just leaning on the coaching staff for help and questions, communicating with the teammates, and having a great level of communication for offensively, defensively.
How much advice is Diana giving you for this first season?
Diana?
Yeah.
I mean, she talks to me all the time. When I was back at school, she's been communicating with my assistant coach at UConn, who was my guard coach. But I mean, she's just always there whenever I need her for communication and advice. And I have her number so I can reach out and call whenever. But she just continues to tell me to be me, be confident. An adjustment period, so that'll be there. I'm sure I'll ask her for advice and how to handle that as well. So, yeah, it's been great to have her as a resource.
And then her calling it career after 20 years in the league.
Yeah, I mean, for sure I would have wanted to play against her for at least a year, but just the career that she has it was one of the greatest. She's been one of the goats for me. Looking up to her, going to UConn, the way she played in the league, just a winner at every single level, the winningest player in Olympic history for basketball. So just want to embody that in her competitive spirit. She had an amazing career, and she deserves a great retirement.
What do you like about this team's offense?
It's free flowing. He gives you concepts, ideas, foundational pieces. Some not really a ton of set plays, so where you have to do this, and then there's no right or wrong. There's just read and react. So it's pretty free flowing.
What are some of the main things you've learned about new teammates as you've done more 5-on-5? Has anyone stood out to you in particular?
I mean, my and C's screens and Alyssa's screens are crazy. Those are some grown women screens, so you get a lot of open looks from them, and it creates advantages for the offense, having to help, having to rotate, get out. Obviously, DJ's defensive presence, Arike scoring at all good levels. I mean, the rookie class just coming in and being aggressive, wanting to compete and wanting to make an impact from the start. And then Maddie, I played against her a long time at Nova, and she's just a bucket. She can score, get to her shot, get to her mid-range, but I think offensively crashing the glass. And then everybody else in between just wanting to continue to build chemistry with every single person. But, I mean, everybody stood out, I guess is what I'm saying.
What are some of the things that you're focused on as you work in your development ahead of the season for your first season in the WNBA?
Being present, continuing to keep my foundational pieces of my faith, being present, being in a state of gratitude, and trying to be the best teammate and leader I can be, connecting with every single person on and off the floor. It makes everything better on the court. So I think those things.
You know, it's interesting, your first professional game is going to be at a college campus. Just what are you expecting for the environment there?
An amazing turnout. I know in Notre Dame they love their women's basketball, so amazing turnout. Obviously for Arike, I think Jewel, Jackie. I'm not sure if I'm missing anybody, but a Notre Dame alum game. So not so much for me being at UConn, but just I know it's a great environment, and there'll be a great turnout there.
But just what are your thoughts in general about the WNBA kind of emphasizing players playing in their former colleges and having an opportunity for their fans to watch those players again?
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and it's a great idea, and I think it should be incorporated even more. But just to start here is a great start. I would love to play in a game at Gamble and go back to UConn. So I think it's an amazing idea, and just to see the support of women's basketball grow at the college level, at the W level. There'll be a great turnout wherever we go.
Do you think that could be a good opportunity for a team to build chemistry and learn more about someone like Arike going back to her college?
Yeah, I think it just provides another opportunity to be connected. Road trips in itself are very fun. Just being able to bond on the plane, going to eat in that road environment. So, yeah, it provides another opportunity. Yeah.
Miss Skylar. She went to Notre Dame as well.
But she's on the Storm.
Oh, that's true. I thought you were just naming people from...
No, I was talking about that game specifically, who will be playing. But yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you, guys.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, second day of training camp. Just how's everything going so far with the team?
It's been really good. Another good day. Competitive. Everybody's locked in, so it's been good.
Don't want to over ask you about the backcourt, but just got to mention it again. How is that shaping up with you and Paige up to this point? 2 days.
Yeah, it's been 2 good days. We've been playing well together. I think there's been a lot of good combinations. Her and myself, her and other people, me and other people. So it's been good.
It's only been a couple of days, but has anybody stood out to you in particular as you guys have done 5-on-5 action?
I think our rookies have looked really good, and our free agents. I can't really even say anyone in specific, but I think everybody came to compete, and I'm happy about that.
For sure. What are you looking forward to about Friday's game, playing back at Notre Dame?
Yeah, just being back at home. I mean, that's the place I grew up, played there for 4 years. I get to see my coaches, get to see some old fans, get to see my family since I live like 3 hours away, so I'm excited about that.
What is some of the advice that you give to the quick turnaround
Yeah, just, play your game. I think the coaches in the front office, they know exactly why they drafted them. They know their skill set, so don't try to be anybody else. Be like yourself and you'll be okay.
Thoughts on Coach up to this point? First 2 days?
Yeah, he's been great. He has a great energy. He's a smart man, has great basketball IQ. Him and the rest of the coaching staff, I think they work well together, so it's been really good.
What does it take to just be successful in this league long term?
You got to be able to grind it out. I mean, you gotta be able to work. You know, everybody's good. Everybody was a top player at their college, so it's what separates you, and that's really the off season. You know, what you do with your body, mentally, for me, spiritually. You know, staying focused, staying God driven, but just hard work, really.
And how did you spend this off season just getting ready?
Same thing every off season. Making sure my body's right, making sure my mental's right, fixing things up that I wanted to work on from the last season, and just staying consistent.
What's the biggest difference you kind of envision in how this team is going to play versus teams you've had in years past?
I don't even really think this team compares too much because we have a lot of skill on this team, and yeah, so I think it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be really fun.
What were some of those specific areas that you did focus on when you were working on your game this offseason?
Everything. That's cool.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. So first 2 days of training camp, either way, how's it been?
It's been really good. I love the energy so far in the gym. A lot of mistakes, but that's what comes with being a new team. First time playing with a lot of these girls. So I mean, that's what, in my opinion, that's what makes like basketball fun, is like the mistakes, because then we get to talk it through and just grow closer from that. So I mean, a lot of energy, a lot of mistakes, but I mean, it's basketball. I think we're all enjoying this moment right now. So yeah.
How have you been liking just living in the Dallas area?
I was just over there talking about the food. No, I'm loving it so far. The heat has not like kicked in yet, so like I'm loving that. I have a dog here, so the nightly walks are great because it has a little breeze going on. The food's good. The people, we go out and like they know who we are, so like that's good that they are up to date with the Dallas Wings, and hopefully they'll be at the games packing it out. But I mean, I felt the love. The food's good, and I'm liking the weather right now.
What were some of the points of emphasis today for your team in practice?
Yeah, defense. I think that was the biggest one. That's what we led with in our film session this morning, was just defense. Try to disrupt, try to get up, show your body, show your hands, try to strength the court. So I think we got better with that today, especially when we went up and down a little more. So I think that was like the main focus today, but also just adding a little more to the offenses, like with just play calls. We know the type of offenses we want to run, but today, like, he was adding a little more pieces, just building blocks to what we already have here. So yeah, defense and then adding more to offense.
Are there any specific areas that you're focused on in your game heading into this season?
Yeah. Well, me personally, I like to set my teammates up. I like to be a facilitator, and that's what they brought me here to do, is to facilitate, to get open shots for my teammates, to set great screens so they can get open. I don't have to score the ball, but again, it's about me being aggressive and taking my open shots too. So just being aggressive, getting my teammates open, setting great screens, getting on the boards and rebounding, and also defending the best player on the other team, which is most likely the four. So just taking that pride and that challenge every single night.
What are some of the tricks that you actually learned from Becky the last couple of years playing in Las Vegas?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I didn't play in Vegas. Like, learn from Becky. I learned from Cheryl, and I learned from Coach T and Eric Tebow. Okay, I played 1 season, 3 months with her, but it's kind of similar to Coach T, Mike Tebow, and Eric. They play the same way. They know their basketball, the X's and O's, so I know how to play the right way just being in their systems. So just bringing that over to Dallas with a lot of newcomers, so teaching them a little bit that I know that can translate to whatever we're doing here. So yeah, just knowing how to play basketball, just making the right read, being available for your teammates. And if you think you're in the way, get out the way or go set a screen. So little things like that is what I've learned from playing with them.
What big first? Go ahead, Mike. Okay.
Someone go.
Okay, sorry. What advice would you give to some of these rookies?
Yeah, just be in the moment. Me and Za had a dinner already, but just telling her, just be in this moment. can't take anything for granted, and that's one thing I love about the rookies. And this isn't the first class that I've loved about the rookies, is that they appreciate the little things and they appreciate being here because you can't take anything for granted. You know, something could happen and then you wouldn't your spot isn't guaranteed, basically. So I'm just staying ready, staying poised. It's okay to make mistakes, ask questions, and just live in the moment. Write your goals down. That's one thing that I was emphasizing too. Just write your goals down. Get to know everybody. It's hard, one time just talking just to one player or one coach every single time. But I think just going around the room, talking to different players, hearing different voices, hearing different coaches' voices, even you guys, just getting to know you guys, and that just builds that relationship, because if it doesn't work out here, it can work out somewhere else, and then you can take that on to wherever you go, whether it's here or somewhere else, or in just life in general. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to preach to them right now.
What have your first impressions been of this front court?
Ooh, smooth. Oh my God. I mean, listen, boy, I could sit here and talk a while. But no, they're really good. You have Arike leading the pack with it. But she sets the tone every single time. You've seen, I think you were here yesterday too, right? So we've seen Paige get more comfortable with shooting those deep threes that we're going to need her to take. Just her having that confidence to do that. So seeing that, seeing Lisa being aggressive, getting to the hoop, seeing Josh being aggressive, getting into, you've seen Jago be extremely difficult to guard just in the pick and roll action, just her handle, mine, making great reads. So just all in all, they did a great job with building this roster and having to make the tough decisions. But right now, second day, it's still competitive. That's what you can only hope for and wish for.
Cool.